It's a quarter crisis, apparently, where we have been reading now for just a quarter of the year. Maybe I got tagged on this slightly behind. Today is April 27th, and I was tagged by OldeAmericanSpirit, who is such a sweetheart. I love her videos so much. They're very fun, and I love all the different historical fiction she talks about. A lot of the books I have read, or she makes me want to read several books. So thank you for tagging me. I'm also recording right now just to say that TheLucyChronicles, I had been tagged by her, and she is someone that is new to me on Booktube this year, and she is such a sweetheart. She's very fun to watch. I love learning about the books that she loves and reads. Also, make sure you see her videos where she chooses certain books. She has like a whole game. It's really fun. So make sure you give her a follow, and thank you also for tagging me in this. The first question is, how many books have you read so far? I've read 101 books. Wow. Well then. Number 2, have you found a 2026 favorite yet? Thankfully, I have read 3 5-star reads, which is very nice because I take so long to really get 5-star reads at all. So those are Treasures of the Snow, which probably has been the best book that I've read all year so far, and it made me sob. It was one of the first books I read this year too. Fight Like Jesus, and The Unselected Journals of Emma M. Lyon, Volume 7. There have been other books that have been like really close to 5 stars, but not there. 3, any least favorite 1-star reads or DNFs? Whew, this year I have DNF'd more books than I ever have before. And what's really sad is that a lot of them were on my list to read for the whole year. I feel okay with it though. The one that made me the saddest to DNF was Lilac Girls, because I had been looking forward to this for years. I had bought this for my Nook, and so when I buy a book instead of go to a library, I'm like really excited about it and really think that it's gonna be worth it. And sometimes I push through, but this one I was like, I can't. I got to the 3rd chapter and they explained a rape scene in detail, and I was just appalled and I had to stop. I didn't even finish the scene. I just was like, I'm done, bye. What was horrible about it is that there are so many of my friends that have raved about this book, and I was like, yay. Then while I got to it, I was like, no. So very disappointing for me. 4, what is the most rated genre so far? Well, that's historical fiction. But that's not really a surprise. It's become my favorite genre to read lately. Number 5, a book that surprised you. That would be The Lost Story of Via Bell. This I got as an ARC. I read it in February, and it just recently came out, I think it came out in April. Maybe it's about to come out. Anyway, that surprised me because I thought I was going to be reading some lovely romantic historical fiction book, and it turned out to be more of a thriller. And I was like, this is intense. This is great. And I loved it. It was one of my top books so far of the year, but not a 5-star read. A book that came out in 2026 that I haven't read yet. Oh man, there have been a few, but the 2 that are strongest that I had been interested in when I saw that they had already come out after I had been anticipating them coming out would be Taming Lady Temperance, which is a historical fiction Christian novel that has to deal with prohibition in the West that just looks like it's really funny. And I need a book that will make me laugh. It's been a while. And the other one is The Beginner's Quilt, which is an Amish story about this woman who has been pretty much a tomboy. She loves to go fishing and she plays sports. She really sounds like how I used to be too, but she also has to prepare for getting married. She starts to learn how to quilt. And so I felt this is me because I am so much a tomboy, but I love quilting, and I got married young and I had kids. So like I still have that tomboy spirit in me. And so I really think that it would be a great book for me to read, and I still haven't read it. Number 7, a goal you made that you're succeeding at. My seasonal goals. I finished and completed my winter goal list, which was to read 33 books that I had specifically chosen. And now I had a spring list of 30 books that I'm already halfway through, and I'm not even done with April. So I think I'm doing pretty well with those. 8, a goal I need to focus on. My yearly goal, but it's not even that bad. What I noticed, I had originally said to you guys just a couple months ago or a month ago that there were 66 books in in my reading list for the whole year, but I recounted it and it was over 70, but then I DNF'd a whole bunch and just like removed them from the number completely, didn't replace them. And so now there are 70 books total that I'll be planning to read this year. And I have still 38 to read, which probably isn't that bad. Like I said, I think I'm doing fine. So I'm not really worried. And I'm hoping I don't end up DNFing anymore. But if I do, I do. 9, new to me booktubers for 2026 that I recommend and will be tagging to do this as well. Hopefully they'll be able to do it. There are actually so many that I've met this year so far that I had never heard of before. And I realized that I guess last year I didn't really look for many and I really should have. But this year I'll just tag 5 right now. And I'm going to start with Tales and Treats with Tay. What I really like is that she has a lot of fantasy books and I'm not much of a fantasy reader. So in learning about these books, it makes me want to read them more, which is good because I like to mix it up once in a while. And I really like on Tuesdays, she does this like kind of thing where she talks about different things and she will tag people and she'll talk about life. And so I really like that. Also, Finding Faith in Fiction. A lot of her videos are like almost an hour long, but I am so engaged with listening to her talk. Chrissy's just really sweet. I've done a buddy read with her. I'll be doing another one soon. I love the details she puts into her book reviews. And we read a lot of similar books. Alyssa's Faith 2010. This one is actually one of the newest ones that I have met, but she has such energy and I really think that she's fun. Her videos are just really lively and engaging. Whitney Marie reads. Whitney is such a sweetheart. Oh, I've interacted with her a bunch. I love how she records her videos and then the books that she talks about, how there's a little bit of a variety. I like my chats with her too, so it's been really nice getting to know her. And she's so open and honest, which is something that I think a lot of booktubers do have, that it just makes me all that much more want to be friends with people like her. Let's go read a book. I really wish more people would follow her. She does a lot of middle grade books that she reviews. She talks with such love for these books. She is a teacher. You could see her heart. And I just really love learning about the middle grade stories that she has to share with us. And even like her own stories that she tells. And you can see the love that she has for God. She's sensitive and I love that. So please go follow her. All right. So that's my update for you. And thank you so much again for the tag. Keep up the great reading, everyone. No matter if you read one book in the year or over 100. Bye.